2023 is the year that I changed my entire life. I want a whole new lifestyle that's going to be good and healthy for me, and one big part of that is weight loss. So, here's my plan. Now, before I continue, I am losing weight because of my health. I have had a bunch of health issues in my life that doctors constantly say is my weight. I've had multiple surgeries, so I am going to be losing weight because honestly, I like my life, and it is not because I don't love myself, but I would like to love myself enough to make myself healthy or fit in the eyes of my doctors. And that is exactly why I am not using a scale. I am actually using goal clothes. Basically, I have a few pieces of clothing that either used to fit or I bought a size smaller or just close enough to my current weight that it is achievable healthily. Because we are not losing pounds, we're losing inches. And the whole goal is that if I do hit my goal clothes earlier, I'll buy another set and I will keep going down to an achievable, healthy weight. I want to be mentally in love with myself too. I don't want to hate everything that I am doing and I don't want to feel guilty. So the whole point of this is not to shame myself because I love myself regardless, and you should too. Now to continue, the first thing that I am doing is intermittent fasting. Now, I used to do this 7 days a week. I used to fast very often, and of course, some of it's religious, some of it's just because I wake up late, but I am doing it because I want to make sure that I figure out the best time for me to eat. So I am portioning myself out into certain days where I'm going to eat at different times, and basically it's intermittent fasting, the 16-8 method, and we will talk a lot more about this in a future video. So if you would like to subscribe and watch my future videos. However, that's not all. I am in a 20% calorie deficit. To let you know, for reference, I started out at 230 pounds. Now, I have been lifting most of my life. I've gone to the gym most of my life. If my health was not terrible right now, I would still go to the gym. So even though I look the way I do, I am 230 pounds when I have started this. And so a 20% calorie deficit is going to look different for me than it does for you. I did calculate my BMR using the Oxford calculator. There are a lot of calculators out there, but just for reference, I am at that 20% deficit and I'm about, I think, like 1,600 calories a day. But of course, that's not all. I'm counting my macros. Now, a lot of people don't do this. It's not as popular. It's something that I used to do a lot when I lifted heavy, but basically I am counting my fats, I'm counting my carbs, and I'm counting my protein into certain numbers, or I'm supposed to hit certain numbers in a day. Now, I'm not great at that, and it's only been 3 weeks since I started. Yes, I started before the New Year's because I was not trying to be like, I just started, whatever. Basically, I am going to be eating high protein, less processed carbs, low in fats, and I'm going to make sure that I have basically no processed foods. This is going to be extremely hard considering I used to eat out constantly and I would eat a lot of frozen meals. Don't judge me, I have a 9 to 5 and like 3 other jobs. The whole point is that I'm trying to eat better. So if I go over my calories, I'm not gonna hate myself as long as it go over because like I added another salmon fillet, or I wanted more veggies, or I decide to have some fruit as a snack. But that does not mean that I'm not having all processed, because let's face it, I am lazy. And that means that I'm going to have a handful of things that are processed, but they are the healthier version of things I used to crave and eat. I will have an entire video on that as well, because food swaps are the best thing that I have done in the past 3 weeks, believe me. And again, that is not all. I am drinking at least 32 ounces of water a day. Now, if you've seen any of my other videos, I carry this and then 2 tumblers. That one's not mine, but like I have 2 of them. In one of them comes a flavored water, and another one I keep downstairs with my meals, and this is the one I carry with me everywhere. I have to have a minimum of 32 ounces. This is something that is non-negotiable for me. And I say minimum because honestly, when I constantly remind myself, I tend to go over that amount, and that is completely fine. If it is hard for you to drink water and other supplements when I do my food swap video, I will also include what I use to make my water not taste terrible. And you probably thought we were done, but we are not. I'm having different vitamins and supplements that are going to help with my health. Now, this is more personal, not exactly weight loss. I'm not having like a perfect pill that's going to help me lose weight. But I am going to be taking different supplements that might help aid in my weight loss. I will have a whole video on that as well. But reminder, some of those are also for like sleep, stress, my skin, because through this journey we are also learning how to take care of our bodies as a whole. So I am doing skin and beauty and also stress levels. But again, I want to make sure I mention those because those could help in weight loss. Because if you are stressed and you feel guilty and you're just constantly beating yourself up, that is not going to shed pounds. But a healthy mindset and being mentally loving to yourself and everything around you probably will. Of course, it is not all diet, it is also exercise. Like I said earlier, at the moment I am not allowed to lift heavy, but I am doing a minimum of 15 minutes of stretching, light cardio, or I will do a circuit every single day. Typically, I'll only do a circuit once a week. I literally just make sure that I stretch and do some sort of yoga or walk in place, or I really like arm circles. Basically to keep myself moving and active, and eventually this is going to change. I will scale myself up as I can, but I know you and I know me and I know that I am lazy, and even though I used to lift religiously, I don't have the time. I'm literally taking like 11 classes and I still have a 9-to-5. My mom's talking downstairs, if you can hear her, I apologize. This is not easy. I used to be a yo-yo dieter. It was terrible. Mentally, I was drained. Physically, I hated myself. And that was before I found lifting. But it was just absolutely terrible for me. And it is a part in my life I don't want to go back to. And if I find myself going back to that, it is going to be over. I will not be doing this. But I've been doing this for 3 weeks. And honestly, unlike any other time, I feel like this works. Now, if you guys want to see some of my meals, I post every single day on my shorts of at least one meal I have a day. And of course, this is just the beginning, so I have multiple videos coming out to help me along with this journey and really just keep me accountable and let you guys know what I'm doing, because if this works for me, it's about to be amazing. So, if you have any questions, if there's anything in particular you want to see, even though I will tell you I will have so many videos coming out on exactly how I'm changing my entire life. And remember, this means my body, my mind, my financials, my career. This means absolutely everything. They're gonna be there. But still, if you have a recommendation, let me know. And if you really liked this video, please like it. If you didn't like it, well, Mama said don't say anything if it's me. But most importantly, remember, I have no qualifications. This is what I'm doing for myself after research. What works for me might not work for you. This is really just education, because I am not a professional. I'm just a middle child. Love you guys. Bye.